Very much for the annual report. Preparation of their report. And there is civil society writing a shadow.
There are still many challenges now and ahead. This has been elaborated upon as gaps in the outcome of AU B+20 Preparatory Conference, Ethiopia, as given by the Director, Women and Gender Affairs. Violence against women, including sexual and domestic violence, continue to rise, and women's bodies continue to be used as battlefields in conflict. Women continue to lose out in political and elected leadership positions, and women are still poorer, less visible, with less access and opportunities than men in all faiths. Emerging threats, including but not limited to climate, we have seen women as combatant soldiers, women police, being part of peace mission operation contingents, women as speakers, as Chief Justice of the Federation, CEOs of banking institutions, presidents, prime ministers, ministers, ambassadors, etc. Women have indeed made incredible progress in all fields, in technology, in business, in the private sector, and women continue to work for peace and to influence policies and governance in different ways. We have seen discriminatory laws and policies, particularly at the state levels, repealed, with judiciary enforcing the principles of non-discrimination in court rulings, and progressively, Nigerian women's quest for having constitutions that recognize the equality of persons and non-discrimination based on sex.
However, there's concern. If you read number 5, there's a concern that progress has been slow and uneven, and that major gaps and obstacles remain in the implementation of the 12 critical areas of concern, and that no country has achieved equality for women and girls. That significant levels of inequality still exist between women and men and persists, and that some women and girls still experience increased vulnerability and marginalization. I think this is key and is relevant to all our African countries, including Nigeria. The declaration also recognizes new challenges, and we do know that discrimination has taken various dimensions as we move on. So this is an action point that has been put into the declaration. Of course, the declaration affirms the need for political will and also resources in addressing the whole issue of gender inequality. And we believe that with confidence, all stakeholders must be taken on board
for action for the post-2015 development agenda, and that it offers women's empowerment, women's rights, a big opportunity. And in the big opportunity statement made by UN Women Executive Director, she said that there is recognition that sustainable development, peace and security and human rights will remain elusive without women and men working towards an equal partnership. Pervasive discrimination, inequality, violence against women and girls continue to prevent them from acting as agents of change for the benefit of all humanity. She refers to what she called the She Imperative. The She Imperative stands for S, security of women and girls from all forms of violence. H, human rights, including sexual and reproductive rights, equal pay, recognition of unpaid care work, and also recognition of opportunities. And then the E stands for empowered decision-making and full leadership and participation.
Of the National Stakeholders Preparatory Meeting on the 59th session of the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women, which is scheduled to hold at the UN headquarters in New York from the 9th to 20th of March 2015. This meeting is in preparation for the annual CSW 59 session, and Nigeria, as a member of the United Nations, normally joins other member states to participate actively in the session on the status of women evaluate national and international progress that has been made on the women empowerment and gender equality agenda, identify challenges, barriers, set standards and concrete recommendations to further promote gender equality and the advancement of women, including networking with other colleagues, friends that they haven't met for quite a while, sharing best practices and so on. 20 years ago, at the 4th World Conference on Women in Beijing, China, governments all over the world pledged to advance gender equality, development, and peace for women all over the world.
The Permanent Secretary, Dr. Ezekiel, due to your activity, with a round of applause for the